Can I say to you, Ziva, I feel deeply touched and moved by, what you just said. That can I just say to you on behalf of my people that you are not alone, that we are so I fear my connection's gone. Can I just check if I can be heard? I fear my connection might have gone.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I thought my screen had frozen. I just want to say to you, Ziva, from my heart, I'm very, very moved by what you say. You remind me of family letters from after the war, where my family, who were my father's family, the Nazi Holocaust, were looking for loved ones, longed to hear their voice and could not find them. And I want to say on behalf of my people, on behalf of the Jewish people, in the best way we can, that you are not alone and that participating here, speaking or indeed listening is a responsibility to care and to commit to caring for you and for your people.
Thank you so
I
much.
want to say something about the oppressed, the oppressor, and us. So much of what I've read and learned by listening about the Uyghur people is deeply familiar, far too familiar from Jewish history. People who disappear and one doesn't hear from them again. My mother, who was 16 when she fled Nazi Germany, remembered dreading the postman arriving because after hearing nothing from a relative, the postman would bring a parcel and say, "Here are their ashes." The attempt to destroy the culture and then the body of the people, enslavement, slave labor, concentration camps, ultimate torture, death, all of these things echo from our past. And it would be a breach of the meaning of the history to say that we don't want to act, that we're not prepared to learn from it. If it means anything, it means solidarity with you, Ziva, and with your people. This touches us deeply from the core of our history. And I wanted to say something about the oppressor. China is a powerful country in the world, and Germany was a powerful country in Europe. And one felt that, what can one do? How does one stand up against them? And those who oppress feel that if one lies often enough, if one deceives often enough, if one covers over often enough, maybe nobody will dare to speak up. And nobody will intervene, at least powerfully enough to make a difference. But we have learned, especially again over the last years, of the power of lies in the world and the importance of truth. And we're determined to tell it in the face of power, as Judaism and religious traditions always have, telling truth in the face of power. Powerful leaders often think, in the words of Macbeth, that none can call our power to account. But there is ultimately a God and a process of justice in history, which does call power to account. I think of the words of Bishop Desmond Tutu. When asked about dictators, he said, with a wry laugh, "They will crumble in the dust. They will crumble in the dust." So you are called upon to behave according to justice and humanity. And I want to say something about us, because we here in England, we have a choice to be bystanders or to be silent or to commit and to care. And how would we be able to look back at very powerful evidence and say, I knew, but I really didn't care. And it's not only about other people, and I think you said this, Eva, it's about the nature of humanity. It's about the meaning of being human, which is a responsibility that embraces us all. One of the most powerful writers to describe the 27th of January, 1945, when the vanguard of the Red Army reached the camps of Auschwitz and Birkenau, is Primo Levi. In the opening pages of The Truths, he describes the 4 Russian horsemen. And on their faces, he says, there's a shame. He says, it's a shame that touched us all. It's a shame we knew so well that the just person experiences that such crime should have entered the nature of things. It must be a shame to us all that the Uyghur people people and other peoples on this earth are persecuted. And it is the definition of our humanity that we stand up against this. Thank you.